Salutations, Max and News, Angela Robinson, all the way in Switzerland. And you're tuning into the Black Hot Fire Radio, and you're listening to the African Diary.
You take me for granted, oh baby. You don't love me no more. Find a niche and I want to when I need your kitchen, when I need your desire. She talks and she drops it down, and you like it when she comes around. Just tryna Instagram up, hey, you wear it on a taka, and she puts it up, and I take the tip, and you walk around with her naked pics. I'm not the kind of girl I do let you know that I cannot be the I it's out of mine. It's not enough for you when you just want the view. You try who I come be I too, but I still don't love you. So tell me what I should do right now. Should I stop it down? Like it's when she comes around, tryna Instagram you love it on that tata, and she pulls it down, keep it in, walk around, naked thing. I'm not the kind of girl I just know that.
Salutations, Max and News, Angela Robinson, all the way in Switzerland. And you're tuning into the Black Hot Fire Radio, and you're listening to the African Diary Show with
Yes, wagwan, my beautiful people. How are you doing? Karibuni sana to another episode of the African Diary Show. My name is Katie, in case you're there joining us for the first time, and this is the African Diary Show. This is where we get to discuss about everything that is happening in the beautiful continent of Africa. But be aware of the continent is beautiful, but the things coming from the continent are not lovely and beautiful. But karibuni sana, I hope you get to interact with me. You feel free to interact with me, and do let me know how is your Tuesday morning coming along. To all those who are waking up, people like Anne Sankenwan who even don't know what is the time or in during the day, people who are just waking up and throwing the buckets, okay, blankets. Karibuni sana once again. I see Ansan Kenan, you're saying the sun has just only been up for 1 hour and it's hot as hell. You better be thanking the Lord, because we're in this Kenya, we have no sun, but my forehead is shining on the behalf of the sun. But anyway, I see Ansa Kenan, you're saying Joby came too early today. No, Joby didn't come early today. Actually, she was late because you see, I'm starting my show very late. It is at 3, so she didn't come up very early. But you're saying, for the love of ugali, I'll catch your show tomorrow. Oh my God, you're going to eat ugali? I didn't know you love ugali. I know you're just joking, but anyway, karibu sana Ansankenwan. We started off with an amazing jam. done by Fee, and the jam is called the Siwezani. I hope you did get to jam and to eat as we're getting started off with our show for today. And on today's show, we shall be focusing on a lot that has been happening in Africa. And earlier last week, or rather late last week, we saw president, the South African president, that is President Ramaphosa, heading all the way to Ukraine and Russia to talk about peace talks. And today, early in the morning, I saw a video of Zelensky's spokesperson telling Ramaphosa, I heard you came to borrow food. Yeah, I heard you are coming for food right here. And this shows how these people carry us. You know, and the South African president has the guts of saying, no, I want peace. Africa wants peace. With the who? Who wants peace? Because I don't want peace. I want violence. Who told you I want peace? You know, you're calling for peace with the people who don't want peace from you. How do you want peace with the people who are telling you, I heard you came for food? Imagine, shamelessly, in front of people, being ashamed like that. I heard you came for food. But anyway, I'm gonna be sharing that video with you later as we carry on with our show for today. We shall be discussing that. Later on, we shall get to the main focus of the day, of which we shall be talking about the Shell pipelines spilling fuels on farms, or rather spilling oil on farms in the Niger Delta and the river across the Niger Delta. And at this point, this is not the first time. And I keep on wondering, we can say it is an accident, but until when will we see the fish dying in those rivers? Because one, at the moment you spill oil on the lands, on the soils, you destroy the soil because you kill the microorganism. The moment you spill oil in the water, you kill the animals living, or rather breeding in that water. We have fish, we have other animals living in water, but you kill them because they are not able to breathe. But you want us to keep on calling this an accident. Why is it happening in Africa while we know the Shell company is not even owned by anybody in Africa? This company should be responsible for the damages that it has caused. Anyway, I don't want to start lamenting right now. We just started, and I hope you feel free to get to interact with me on today's show and also on today's conversation. We shall get back to one more jam. I'll be back with a quote of the day. So in case you're there, you have a quote of the day you'd love to share with us, tafadhali, feel generous enough to share your quote of the day with the rest of the chat and also with the rest of the people we have in the building. And also me, in case you have some wise words, you feel like these wise words are suitable for Katie, please make sure you send them direct to me. But anyway, let's get back to the music, and let me find this jump, and then we shall get back to our quote of the day.
All the way in Switzerland, and you're tuning into the Black Hot Fire Radio, and you're listening to the African Diary Show with Katie. Massive. Stay tuned.
The star is on the beat, said the baby. I wanna love you daily. I wanna make your body crazy. I wanna drive your body to my lazy. I said that, I wanna love you. I give you everything. I give you what you need. Dance along everything. I wanna love you. I give you everything. If you find another one, she will leave you for another already as another in another man. You keep eating with hammer. You play games like Maganova.
Mine is just to remind you that tomorrow belongs to the people who prepare for it today. Tomorrow belongs to the people who prepare for it today.
Dance along everything. I wanna love you. I give you everything. I give you what you need. Dance along everything. Woman, you nice and you black.
I see Ansanken on the WhatsApp chat saying that Katie said I want violence with a Ghana GIF over there. Yes, welcome back. That is Caleb Singer, and the jam is Girls Love Me, or rather, the jam is I hope you did get to jam onto it, and also you did get to enjoy it. And starting off our show early in the morning today, I saw some news from NASA, and NASA has announced that they can now turn 98% of the human pee and the sweat into drinking water. That is what they announced early in the morning of today. And National Aeronautics and Space Administration has made the groundbreaking announcement regarding their ability to convert pee and other wastewater into drinking water, achieving an impressive 98% water recovery rate. And I'm like, shit. Okay, this is waste. One, this waste is coming from our body because it's waste. Then you think there's a way you can purify it and bring it back to your body. Yet your body is removing it because it is waste. This achievement is a significant milestone for environmental support system, which plays a crucial role in long-term space missions and disaster survival. And I'm like, this is not even disaster survival. Okay, it might be a disaster survival tactic, but at the end of the day, you're making people drink their pee, drink their sweat. Where will they be getting this sweat for them to now turn it back to water? When you think about the whole process, by the way, it's disgusting. I don't even want to talk about it much, but okay, now who is that? Anyway, I don't want to talk about that much, but I think the whole thing is crazy. It is crazy because at the first time we saw them coming and saying that we can turn even poop into into cooking gas, and of which it worked very nice. But imagine cooking with the human poop. Imagine now drinking human pee. Huh? Yeah, but imagine drinking human pee that you're told that has been converted into good water, or rather drinking water. The whole process is just disgusting and nasty. But I see Ansan Kenon is saying, exactly, you have water to start with. Yes, we have water, but why do we need now to get water from waste? You know, this is waste. And the reason you excrete it because it is waste. But now you want to take that waste, convert it, and take it back to your body. That doesn't even make sense. The whole process is just disgusting. It is disgusting. I hope that never gets to Africa because we're not safe. We will have a lot of diseases. Talk about cholera. Talk about typhoid, crazy diseases, those waterborne diseases. We will have them in Africa if they get to bring that whole thing in Africa. But away from that, let's get back to Sierra Leone. Yesterday, I talked about Sierra Leone. We were still waiting for the vote tally to be concluded. And right now, I see that Bio is still leading, and they have not yet announced the president, but Bio is still leading with 60%. So it means that even the votes that have that have not been counted, I think there's no need even of continuing. This is the same puppet who have been there for quite some long time, but I bet they thought that it will still better to keep Bio working for us. And provisional results from Sierra Leone's presidential election show that President Julius Maada Bio is leading with 60% of votes. Votes counted, the West African country's electoral commission said on Monday. The results detailed below are partial and do not represent the complete outcome of the presidential election, the statement said. And Bio is seeking re-election after defeating Samura Kamara, All People's Congress, a former Foreign Affairs Minister in the West African state in 2018, and Saturday's vote was seen as a rematch between the duo, even though 11 other candidates also ran for presidency. A provisional result sheet showed Bio had received over 1 million votes so far, compared with the just under 800,000 for Kamara. Final verified results will be announced within the next 48 hours, the commission said. So we still have 48 hours to keep on waiting to see now who's gonna be announced the president of Sierra Leone. But at this right, or rather at what is happening right now, I feel like they still want Bio to be the president of Sierra Leone. And the June the 24th vote was the fifth since the end of Sierra Leone's civil war in 2002, and was held amid high unemployment and inflation, as well as violent rhetoric. But I keep on wondering, okay, I think we all know that this is their mission. We all know that this is the agenda, to keep the puppets there, or to put the puppets in those seats, so that we cannot witness growth in African countries. Because if they really wanted African countries to grow, they would be giving even a different puppet a chance every election. But why do we keep on seeing that now we have puppets who are being re-elected? You know, I feel like they still they do this with a name of making sure that Africa never develops. Because once they get a person whom they get to control, and they can tell them, don't develop your country, don't do this for your country, it becomes very easy for them. But voting the presidential, parliamentary, and municipal elections peaceful and still be the elected president of Sierra Leone, or rather, who will Bio still remain the president of Sierra Leone? Will he still remain the European puppet in Sierra Leone? But yes, we just need to be patient. They said 48 hours. The last time, yesterday, they were still talking about 48 hours. Today, early in the morning, they came and said, we need still 48 hours. So we're just gonna be patient, because at the end of the day, they will get to announce who is the new elect president of Sierra Leone. But I feel like Bio is already taking this seat. Because he's leading with the 60% of the votes that have been counted. But anyway, let's just wait. Let's just be patient and see what will happen. Because in Nigeria, we saw like the election went differently, because we had one leading and we thought he's gonna be the president, and then boom, Tinubu is the president of Nigeria. But I see Ansan Canon, you're saying leave the ad alone, and we don't have to worry about converting anything. Very true. Very, very true. Mother Universe has given us everything we need on this earth. So I don't feel like we should be converting waste, body waste, into drinking water. That is just nasty and disgusting. But as we continue, remember I promised that there's this video I need to share with you, and this is about the South African president going to talk to Zelensky and the other presidents. And now we had Zelensky's advisor, or rather spokesperson. Actually, he's the advisor. Zelensky's advisor coming and telling Ramaphosa, I heard you were coming for food. Oh, I heard you only wanted food. Imagine. Yet, Ramaphosa was busy risking his ass, leaving even his security team in Poland to go and take his peace mission to Zelensky and the other president, or rather to Ukraine and Russia. It is just crazy. And if he doesn't even see the disrespect with these people, I don't know if I don't even think that he will ever see this, or these other puppets, or rather these other Africans will ever see this. He was told, you are only coming for food, and he said Africa wants peace. And I'm like, who wants peace? Who told you we want peace? We can't make peace with our oppressors. There is no way I'm going to make peace with a person who is oppressing me. There is no way I want peace with a person taking advantage of me. Yes, of course I don't want peace. I want violence. And with violence I mean you have to leave my country, I leave your country. Not every African wants peace like Ramaphosa. Nobody wants that type of peace, because this is not the peace we've been dreaming for. This is not the type of peace we wanted or we all want. Remember, these people are here controlling our assets, controlling our minerals, controlling everything we have, yet we want peace with them. Why do you want peace with the people who are stealing from you? Why do you want peace with the people who are humiliating and assaulting you? Why is that? I repeat, I don't want peace. I really want violence. Let's get to this video so that we can get to see what Zelensky's advisor told Ramaphosa.
Advisor to the chief of staff of Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky said African leaders had neither the capability nor the power to get involved in matters. They saying that this was comments as yet another imperialistic and racial onslaught on the continent. Some even made jabs at the Ukrainian government, saying even President Zelensky himself can't make peace with Putin unless commanded by the United States government. Podolyak added political goals in favor of Russia, which provides Africa with food supplies. He was quoted saying, "The African delegation had no goal of settling the conflict or finding a solution.
I really need we get to see uh, the disrespect. We know, of course, but let's get to watch. Let's get to see what shame this man is bringing to African people, because this is pure shame. You're just there, far even abusing and making fun of you even going there. But I think you don't even feel like you're being abused. You don't take any offense of that. That is why they'll never stop hating on us. They'll never stop taking advantage of us, calling us monkeys every time.
countries. Podolyak said in an interview that Ramaphosa and his delegation of African leaders between the two countries, who is the leader to the
In their level of competency, you like, they carry you as illiterate as you carry yourself. Imagine being told that this case is not even in your level of competency. You cannot even be able to think about whatever is happening right here. You can not even be able to figure out what is happening here. It is not in your level of competency, yet you're still nosy and want to look like a good person. Like he's still making sure, or rather these puppets are making sure that these people keep on disrespecting us every time. Imagine being told, I heard you were here for food. Imagine. In Africa, we have everything. We have every type of fruit you want to eat. You have every type of food you'd love to eat. But these people, they are disrespecting you just because you depend their country, or rather you depend now their country to provide you with the grains, with the wheat, with the oil. You know, it is crazy. Imagine going to a meeting and somebody shamelessly, it is just crazy. It is just crazy. And then this Ramaphosa, he shamelessly says, I want peace. I don't want food. I didn't come for food. He even has the audacity to explain himself. I'd walk out of that place and never return, and never want their involvement, or rather never want to be involved in any shit they do. It is just crazy for Africans. We keep on tolerating these people. We keep on now trying to get their validation, because what Ramaphosa was doing is like he wants to be validated, or rather he wants to be given some sort of, acknowledgement. Thank you, South Africa. You came to our rescue. Yesterday I heard him even saying that we shall be donating money, cash to Ukraine and Russia. Imagine Africa donating money to Ukraine and Russia. That is insanity. Imagine. We are so indebted right now, but the things we're thinking of is helping people who are not even now in a, like, who are so inhumane. People who, it is just crazy. Very crazy. Anyway, away from that, I still have one more video before we get to the main topic of the day. I still have one more video of a stupid African who thinks that Ruto is bringing a revolution to Kenya, or rather Africa, and feels like Ruto needs to be protected before he gets killed. Anyway, I'm just done with Africans, by the way. So this person thinks that Ruto is bringing a revolution to Africa, and Ruto needs to be protected before whatever happened to happens to him. Let's
for us. Fearlessly talk about this beautiful continent we all love. Hey guys, welcome back to Swahili Nation, One Africa. And as you can see, guys, broadcasting live from Ethiopia, Addis Ababa. All right, guys. I want to talk about something a little bit today, and it's about President of Kenya, William Ruto. Let me just say this first of all, that William Ruto, the President of Kenya, must be protected at all costs. All Kenyans across the world, all Africans around the globe, you must stand with William Ruto. This is what we have been asking for so long time, to have leaders who will be courageous enough to speak to the Western world, to the world, to address towards all these unfair systems that they were initiated long time before even our country existed. And they're still manipulating, they're still harming us say, and we have no say. We cannot do anything. If you say, then you'll have a backlash. If you oppose, then something will happen. We always wanted to have leaders who will stand still and speak blankly, openly, brutally.
So he thinks that Ruto, you remember yesterday, I didn't share that video with you, but there's this video of President Ruto confronting the French president, telling them, wait, listen to us. You've been treating like this, and this was unfair. So we want fair, or rather we want to be treated like equals. And right now, this man thinks that Ruto is talking this out of bravery, and he's talking whatever, or rather he's saying whatever he's saying and telling the Europeans, you must treat us like equals, because he's bringing a revolution to Africa. I mean, this is just a puppet talk. This is not a person talking on behalf of Africans. Are you talking about the same man who is raising taxes every day? Are you talking about the same man who yesterday signed the finance bill into law right here in the 254 that will affect the lives of everybody in the 254? Is this the same person you think that he is fighting for the rights of Africans? If he is not able to fight for the rights, or rather he is not able to be fair with his fellow Kenyans, his fellow brothers and sisters. You think now a whole continent is where he will be able to represent every African? My brother, you're just wrong. You need to understand whatever is happening. Propaganda, coon talks, puppet talks. Amani to you too, Jerome Mosquito, karibu sana. But I feel like sometimes we Africans, we misunderstand some things. Remember, we also had the president of Kenya. This is Ruto, who this man is saying that he needs to be protected. We also had him talking about de-dollarizing. He said that we are ditching the dollar. And that was a good thing actually coming from him. But have we de-dollarized? Have we yet ditched the dollar? Of course we haven't. Our economy is still set by the tone of the dollar. Our markets. But now you want to believe him telling you that no, we need to fight the Europeans, yet he's working for them. Africans, we need to realize when propaganda is being passed, we need to realize when there are facts being told, and we need to realize when the lies are also being told. Because we need to stay woke, because we need to know when the truth is there, when there is a lie, and when there is a propaganda. Because I feel like this is a lot of propaganda, and this man is not aware of whatever gets to happen with these people. But anyway, let's get back to the video and continue.
The unfair system is. So now you're finding this new president of Kenya, William Ruto, who is not afraid to stand anywhere to speak everything in his mind.
He's not afraid. Wait. You remember when who was this? Who was she from UK? Okay, there was somebody, a certain European that came to Kenya. And then we had this the court, or rather the Supreme Court of Kenya, talking about the LGBTQ community in Kenya and say that we are okaying, or rather we are allowing the NGOs to come and invest in Kenya. But our president said we will not allow this. But what happened next? Nothing. At least we saw Museveni of Uganda coming and saying, yes, we are not going to allow this. He actually came up with a bill and he signed it into law. Up to date, we feel like it is okay to have homosexuality in Kenya. It is just that the president has not said it is okay, but we have it going on. Why is this? Because our president only talks puppet talks.
Everything in his heart. Things that all of us Africans, we know and we are about. For example, he addressed that I've seen the interview or the conversation that it was Emmanuel Macron looking straight at his eyes and talking about all this system like IMF and World Bank, which has been for so long damaging the economy of Africa. For it, it's against what Americans does. What they're gonna do is they're going to devalue your currency. And how do they do that? They use IMF as well to devalue your currency. I was just talking with one of the delegates.
Okay. Please keep quiet for a minute. Okay, what I'm saying is, okay, he's talking about even the IMF and the international funders, or rather lenders. What have we seen in Kenya? They're still giving us loans. This person who needs to be protected is still taking loans from the Chinese, taking loans from the IMF. Yet he's talking about ditching the dollar. How are you continuing taking loans every day and you're talking about ditching the dollar? You know, you need to realize when these people are just giving puppet talks, puppet speech, because this is what it is. This man over here doesn't understand whatever Ruto is doing.
South Sudan, and it was she was telling me how much even myself, I think Africa, we should not focus on all this monetary money, but we should focus on the resources we have, like using gold, using diamond, using all these resources that is way far better.
The same William Ruto, what has he done to enable, or rather to facilitate, a new currency in Africa? What has he done? Okay, you're talking about a new currency in Africa. What have you done yourself? What can you tell us? You know, I've done this and I'm really trying and working very hard to facilitate a new currency in Africa. What has he done? And we also heard them talking about the removal of the South African visa. Who traveled with it? It only lasted for 3 months. Who used it? Only the deputy president of Kenya. Yet you're talking about visa free from Kenya to Djibouti, or rather Djibouti to Kenya. Visa free from diaspora to Kenya. You're insane, my brother. Try and do that. You'll get back to where you came from. it has no sound, but it is back. I think you're behind because it is back. Oh, it actually has no sound. On my end, it is showing it has sound. Oh my god, I don't know what is really happening. Oh, it actually has no sound. I'm sorry about that, family. I'll just share the video on the WhatsApp chat. But this man is talking about how I'm sorry about that. But on my end, it's showing that it has a sound. But I'm sorry about that. But this man is talking about how we need to protect President Ruto. And I'm like, are you aware of a person you're saying to be protected? This person is a puppet one. This person is a person who doesn't even care about, he feels like now Ruto is another Magufuli. And this is what he's talking about. But I'll get to share this video on the WhatsApp chat once I'm done with the show. I'm sorry about that. I didn't realize because, yes, it had muted my mic. And then I unmuted it and it is showing right now that it has sound, but I didn't realize that it has no sound. I'm sorry about that, but I'll get to share the video on the WhatsApp chat. So as we continue, or rather, as we get to the main focus of the day, this is about the Shell pipeline spilling oil on farms and river in Niger Delta, and this is crazy. This is not the first time this thing is happening. And I'm like, until when are you going to keep on destroying Africa? Because this is a mission to destroy Africa. You can't tell me this is an accident. How many times has this happened? So many times. How many times have we seen the fish dying because of oil spillage? How many times? So many times. A million times, I mean. It is crazy. Right now we have an oil pollution on farms and on the river in Niger Delta. So right now, the farmers in those areas will not be able to farm, or rather their farm products will not be able to mature because there is oil spillage. They are destroying the farms, destroying our water bodies, and it is just crazy. The other day we saw an oil refinery in Sudan where there is violence, burning. I feel like the moment they are not able to fight with us physically, they start destroying our resources. The moment they are not able to fight with us physically, they start destroying our resources one by one. Right now, they are killing the fish. They are destroying the farms. They are destroying the oil refineries we have. Very crazy and sad. But a new oil spill at Shell facility in Nigeria has contaminated farmland and the river, upending livelihoods in fishing and farming communities in Niger Delta, which has long endured environmental pollution caused by oil industry. And you'll hear that these people will not be compensated. They will not be compensated. Imagine. You have destroyed my farm, you have destroyed our river, and yet you'll not compensate me. The National Oil Spill Detection and Response Agency told the Associated Press that the spill came from Trans-Niger pipeline operated by Shell that crosses through communities in the Eleme area and Ogniland, a region where the London-based energy giant has faced decades-long local pushback for its oil exploration. The volume of oil spilled has not been determined, but activists have published images of polluted farmland and water surfaces blighted by oil sheen and the dead fish mired in sticky crude. Imagine, now we have fish that are not able to breathe, fish that are dead because of an oil spillage, fish without a home. Imagine, these fish are left without a home, and these fish are left without even a place to breed more fish. While the spills are frequent in the region due to vandalism and lack of maintenance to pipelines, according to the UN Environmental Program, activists call this a major one. Now imagine, if they are calling this a major one, how many, or rather, how far has it gone? Imagine how many people have been affected by this. You can't grow your crops. You can't continue with the fishing. Yet, they keep on saying that Africans, we are not working hard. Africans, we lack employment. Yet they are the one destroying even our spaces for us to work. You know, it is one of the worst in the last 16 years in Ogniland. Seda Feineface Adumamene, an environmental activist whose non-profit monitors spill in the Delta region. It began in June 11. It lasted for over a week, burst into Okululi River, which adjoins the rivers and ultimately empties into Atlantic Ocean. So this spill might even get to Atlantic Ocean. We never know how farther it has gone, but this is still crazy. It is crazy and very sad. Imagine, and this company will not come to compensate any of the people affected. That is the saddest part. You know, if there was compensation, we would have said, okay, this is a bit acceptable, but now there's no compensation. They will not come and compensate you. They will not come and not even be sorry about what has happened. Man, it is crazy. And this is why I keep on telling you, we need to start owning our own things. Because if we were the ones controlling this Shell company and also the whole Shell thing and the oil, we would be careful because we don't want to destroy our resources. We will be careful because we also don't want to destroy what we own. But just because we don't control it, just because it is controlled by somebody who is so inhumane, this is why this keeps on happening to us. This is why this keeps on affecting us. But I think as Africans, it is high time we call for Black power. We call for African power. We call for them to leave our countries. We call for them to leave our assets and live for good. Because we will keep on losing our resources to them. We will keep on losing even our lives to them. We will keep on losing even our dignity to them. Just like Ramaphosa was told that he was there for food. You know, we will keep on losing even our behaviors, our cultures to them. Just like we are seeing Africans embracing homosexuality, we're losing our dignity and cultures to them. This is not acceptable at all. Africans, we need to stand and set a tone of violence. I told you, Ramaphosa might be wanting peace, but are the other Africans yearning for peace from the Europeans? I bet not, because myself here, I don't want peace. I don't want peace with any of my offenders, with any of my oppressor, with any of my colonizer. I don't want peace. Yes, I want violence. And the violence I want, I'm sure I will win this war, because I'm nowhere that I don't belong. I'm somewhere that I belong. So you must leave if you don't belong here. But anyway, family, we shall get to end our show right here. Asante sana for being with us on today's episode. Thank you to everybody who interacted. Thank you, General Mosquito, for letting me know that my video has no audio. And Sankenwan Karibu sana. Kid Asante sana as well. And to everybody who has been there with me. To the silent listeners who are listening to me via the radio station, Asante sana. To all those who are with me on Rambo, thank you very much. And to everybody who shall be watching a replay of this, Asante sana. I hope you have an enjoyable rest part of your day. But remember, we are heading outside to the streets of Rongai with the Shmani. So please make sure you join us in the next few minutes, because we shall be outside in the streets of Rongai. Kwaherini, have an enjoyable rest part of your day. But please remember to join us. I'm leaving you with this jam that we were listening to, and I hope you get to jam and to eat. And this, of course, has been the African Diary Show, and my name is Katie.
Greetings and salutations, messages and Robinson, all the way in Switzerland. And you're tuning into the Black Hot Fire Radio, and you're listening to the African Diary Show with Katie. That's it.
Come my way.
Just the other day. Now I'm addicted away. Never be come my way. Baby, now baby.